Hello everyone. New mic, who dis? I'll be ready in just a second. I realized I had some stuff to finish. I hadn't cleaned up my inventory and stuff before stream, so I'm quickly doing that before we get over to the, We're gonna start off with the Dark Knight story quest, because I want to get my gap closer. And this should lead to... I believe this quest will give me the gap closer. The mic might be slightly farther away than I mean it to be. Yeah, let me adjust it slightly. Okay, it's slightly closer now. Anyway, last time we finished up the main ARR, well not ARR, the level 50 portion of the Dark Knight quest line, and then we met Siguro and Ryle. It's not his name at all, whatever. And he vowed to protect her or something like that because for some reason they think she's the Temple Knights and apparently the Vanu priest think that she's some kind of monster, and he just doesn't get that because obviously she's just a little girl. There's definitely nothing wrong here. The Dark Knight doing Dark Knight stuff, not ignoring the right and wrong and doing what they believe is true good, regardless of how they are viewed. How did I usually do this? Because this seems big. Anyway, that looks fine. Oh, now it looks small because of course I changed it. Whatever. Let's talk to Sidurugu and continue on with the quest. Yeah, that gives me Plunge, which is the gap closer for Dark Knight. Kindred spirits. The words of the Vanu shaman yet trouble Sidurugu. So, a great spirit dwells within Riley, if that shaman is to be believed. We need answers, Brillian, and I can think of no one better to ask than those who commune with spirits regularly. I speak to Gridania's conjurers, who can hear the voices of the Twelvewood, so it is said. It's just as well. Frey told me she had an aptitude for their arts. What had taken him moons to learn, she mastered in days. Sometimes these talents run in the family, he said. Mayhap her ancestors were conjurers after a fashion. Whatever the reason, there is no guarantee it is related to what the shaman said, or why the Temple Knights wish her dead. If past experience is any indication, they will be tracking us the moment we leave the city. It's not a question of if they will attack us, but when. But you will be ready for them, I see. Then let us be off. The road should be safe so far as Camp Dragonhead. Camp Dragonhead. It's Camp Dragonhead. While I'm here, I'll grab the Ishgard B rank mark. Dravanian Forelands. The thing is, I'm not going to be going in Dravanian Forelands anyway, so it's not like it really matters if I get it. Anyway, let's go meet Sidiguru. I'm gonna keep on butchering his name the entire time he's in the story. But we're only doing this quest for now because I'm only level 54. And I think the next one's probably at 56? I mean, I can look it up. I don't really feel like it right now. It's not really necessary. Anyway, yeah, Sidiguru. Okay. They're close. I can feel it. Stay with Riley. Ryle. Should be Riley or Ryle. Let's say Ryle. I'm going to scout out the road to the observatorium. Follow at a distance. If they come, do whatever it takes to see her safely inside the walls. Good. That's a promise. Well, guessing by this light. Please be safe, Sid. I'm ready, Brilliant. Whenever you are. Of the voiceless. Oh, I'm sure you might have noticed by now, but I've got my trade BK crown here. Really? You're just gonna ignore me? That's it? I mean, this is normal content, so it's not like it's gonna be hard. Oh, keep running, Ryle. Ryle. I said I was gonna do Ryle. I guess I should just wait with her since they're gonna run up to her anyway. Nice and easy. Okay, let's keep going. I haven't needed to run this length of between these two towns, the Observatorium and Dragonhead, since ARR, so I'm not used to this amount of elevation change. What a bunch of nice people. So this is damage, right? Yeah, just a little bit of damage. Yeah, sure, dude. You'll pay for this. You'll live to regret this. Sure, dude. Sure. Okay, Sidorgu, I don't know why you couldn't help escort us. Brilliant. Thank the gods you're all right. Gah, I should have known they would strike when we were apart. Oh, okay. All according to plan. They're certain to return with reinforcements ere long. We must pass on south into Redanian territory. Until we reach the city proper, we cannot be assured of safety. We leave now, Ryle. You can rest once we reach Stillglade Fan. Gone but not forgiven. What quest is this supposed to be? It's level 80. Oh, okay, it's Dragoon quest? Did I never do that? Well, it's level 80, so it's the Shadowbringers. Apparently I had 3 or 4 for those guys. I'll kill this guy to get the like 2 marks that it'll give me. 8. I don't need the allied seals anymore. I actually went, because I had capped out my allied seals from Blue Mage a while ago. I actually went and bought every single riding map for the ARR zones. So now the only things that I'm going to be spending allied seals on are Aetheryte tickets and maybe ventures, although... Wait, where am I supposed to be going? Oh, okay, all the way there. Well, let's just fly across. Also, one of the things I did this week, I finally finished the stupid books for the Dragoon ARR Relic. And then yesterday I went and did the entirety of the Materia section, which really wasn't that bad. It just cost a little bit of gil to buy the grade 1 crit Materia. So I have the third, I think it's the third, no. I have Novus, and I put it all in 44 in crit and 31 in determination. It really wasn't that bad, especially considering how bad the books were. Although now I have to basically grind Aurum Vale forever to get the amount of light that I need. I mean, apparently you can do it with like Bosjaz and some other things, but I haven't unlocked Bosjaz yet, and I haven't touched Eureka. Then again, Eureka doesn't scale your gear up, so it would be like I'm using a level 50 weapon. I think it said that you could do, but you can do unsynced dungeons, and Aurum Vale is really quick. I literally can finish it in like 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes per run. And I think I calculated if I was running at 2.5 minutes, ignoring the time it takes to re-queue, it would take me a little under an hour to get all the 2,000 light that I need. Assuming that the numbers on the wiki are correct. Anyway, let's talk to Asumi Yon. Ah, brilliant. You have come to continue your studies. Well, no, not really. Wonder if they do that differently if you haven't picked up Conjure yet, because I have Conjure at like level 60 something. A great spirit, is it? If it please, I would examine this girl myself. It is the very least I can do, for one who has ever been a friend of the Twelveswood. Ah, but where are they? Curious about what this girl really is. Or like what spirit is inside of her. Apologies for our late arrival. Ryle grew tired, and I had to carry her part of the way. I could have kept walking. Oh, burdens need not be your own, child. There is no shame in sharing the weight. Who's the boy? Ah, I am Brother Asumi Yon, master of this guild. And though you will labor to believe it, young man, I am several times your age. Yeah, these guys literally stop aging when they're like 13. You must be Ryle. Aurelian has told me all about you. Pray come closer and take your ease. I ask that you close your eyes and listen to my words. Breathe deep. Feel the myriad life around you. Be as one with the world. Well? The vanished shaman spoke true, after a fashion. Her spiritual presence belies her years. It is clearly not the product of training, rather an innate power which she radiates, akin to that of the elementals or the Dravanians. You can't be serious. She's just a girl. Yes, she is. A very special girl. Mayhap you are familiar with the tale of the boy and the dragon gay. No. Hardly surprising. The Archbishop declared it a heretic's tale, and with good cause. It is a corruption of an older legend in which a man partakes of dragon blood, and in doing so, becomes one himself. Rumor has it that heretics hold such rituals for this very purpose, and if there is truth in such tales, actually in the Dragoon quest, Heavensward Dragoon quest line, there's a girl who was forced to ingest dragon blood, and then she's exiled because of that. So maybe there is some truth to the tale. Perchance she has ingested blood of an ancient dragon? What? What? She's not some half-crazed lunatic. I made no accusations, only offer a possible explanation. Moreover, who is to say that she did it knowingly? You... Excuse me, pray forgive me. I did not mean to cause you distress. You have nothing to fear, my child, for you are in perfect health and blessed with 2 loyal guardians. Would that others could say the same. I think Ryle would benefit from a brief respite from before returning to Ishgard, unused to the rigors of the road as she is. Why not show her to the Caroline Canopy? An eel pie can do wonders for the soul. We thank you for your time. Interesting. Wonder if they're actually going to explain all of her origin or whatever. Of course, we're not going to get that far in this stream, since we're only going to be doing this one quest. I suspect we're almost done with the quest already. In which case, we're going to head on over and, like the title of the stream says, and the text on screen, we're going to do the Shadowbringers Tank role quest. I think we're going to have more time than we need for that quest. But I need to stop on time since it's a weekend where I need to stop on time because I need to actually like leave at 5:30 or whatever. Fairy tales and fantasies. This is what he has to offer us? Heretics. I understand, but I expected better from the bloody head of the Conjurers Guild. And you, why didn't you speak up for yourself? Munch munch. Ryle! There are no windows, just walls of stone with little cracks to tempt your fingers, and iron bars colder than ice. I couldn't tell when it was raining, whether it was day or night. She didn't say I drank blood. All she said was, "It's better this way." At least, if they catch me, they'll just kill me this time. Can I finish my apple? Go ahead. Munch, munch, munch. It is not a sin if someone made you do it. I didn't. I won't let them hurt you. I know. You want another one? No, thank you. Right then. Keep an eye on her until she's finished eating, would you? I could do with some fresh air. Oh, there we go. I didn't know if we were gonna talk to her or Siguro. Thank you for waiting for me, Brilliant. Shall we go and find Sid? Oh, he's right here. Okay. Well, I've had my fill of the forest. Back to Ishgard, then. I think Ryle and I can manage on our own for now. Shall we? Yep, let's head back to Ishgard. Well, I guess I can just take the airship. You see, guys, you should have just taken the airship. It would have been so much easier. Hopefully the mic sounds a good bit better. I had to listen when I was setting it up and trying to get it adjusted a little for the most part. I still need to tweak the compression settings a good bit. I just tweaked them a little bit. And I also still need to get my positioning better. I think I've got a good position for it where it doesn't block almost any of my monitor. Well, actually it doesn't block any of my monitor because I changed it. But it does block half my keyboard. Then again, I don't really need to see my keyboard. Especially since I went and spent like 2 months, 3 months. Yeah, I started at the beginning of June and I wanted to get better at typing. And so I spent the next couple months just off and on practicing typing correctly. And at near the end of August, I broke the 60 word per minute barrier, which for me meant that I could type pretty much without looking at the keyboard. And you had to get to a level where it was more instinctual to press each one of the keys when you wanted to, where your fingers will just go where you want them to press the key that you want. And so now I can get pretty much consistently high 50s, low 60 words per minute. Albeit that's without punctuation or capitalization. When I do type, that's on monkey type. When I do type racer and that has punctuation, I do slow down to like 54. But considering I started without punctuation and without capitalization at 53 or 54, I'd say that's a pretty good improvement. Anyway, let's talk to Sid. I'm just gonna start calling him Sid like Ryle is. That's way easier. That was a blessingly uneventful journey. Mayhap the Temple Knights were still nursing the injuries you gave them. Ryle was worried they might try to ambush you on the road, but I assured her you would be fine. I must apologize, Brilliant. For all you have done for us, I fear I have yet to adequately recompense you. I will continue to share with you what skills I can. Alas, I fear we near the limits of my knowledge. Yeah, well now I can jump around, so I'm good. I found it so annoying when I was leveling Warrior that you don't get your gap closer until like level 64 or something. Let's see, when do you get it? 62. Like, did you not have a gap closer in Heaven's Ward? Anyway, time to head over to the Crystarium and do the tank role quests. What's the next one? The next one is at 56. Original, okay, that's how this is gonna play out. Original Sins. Oh, when I got my trade, I actually accidentally got my, the level 90, the level I needed to get your trade crown. You have to have a level 90 gatherer and a level 90 crafter, and I got all of my gatherers up a while ago to 90, and then recently I've been doing my Grand Company turn-ins fairly consistently, and I accidentally finished off level 90 leather worker. And like weaver and alchemist won't take too much longer. Anyway, where is this quest? The man with too many scars. Let's head on over there. I looked up the stuff that was added with each one of the content patches in 5.0, 5.1, 5.2, and 5.3. And I kind of made a list of stuff that was added with each of them. And I think I'm going to go through each of them and try and do them somewhat in order. I think I might save the entire raid series for both the Alliance raid and the regular raid for one stream each. Branson? I feel like I've seen this guy before. Anyway. But I think I will do like the twinning and whatever the other dungeon that was added in 5.0. Like in order. The dungeons and the trials. Actually, I think I might do all three of the trials in one go as well, because there's going to be a quest line for that, right? I'll look at that in more detail. For now, we're going to do the tank role quests. First, let me remove Dark Knight quest from the stream text. Okay, let's talk to Granson and get started. Okay, so each one of these role quests have you end up collecting the crystal for one of the Warriors of Darkness. In this case, we're gonna get the Paladin, and on the other one we did the Archer, and then that was needed in Shadowbringers to give the Geralt from this. I think it was Geralt. From this world, a inspiration to finish off his task. And now we're gonna go ahead and do the tank one, and we'll get this guy's crystal. The man with too many scars. The tall, dark stranger is regarding you with a mixture of curiosity and approval. Can't say I've chatted with you before. Think I'd remember if I had. Seen your fair share of fighting, have you? And weary besides, heh? Rest assured, I've no secret designs. Name's Granson. Bounty hunter by trade. Mostly sin eaters. When I first laid eyes on you, I had a feeling you were a tough bastard. The sort that makes get mistaken for that warrior of darkness folks been talking about recently. That right? Easy, killer. I couldn't care less who you are or what you've done. The only thing I'm looking for these days is a like-minded partner. Someone willing to join me in the hunt for the biggest prize this side of Novront. Prize? Tell me more. Womp 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 womp. Thought I did grab your attention. How do you say that? Dichiosine? Dichiosine? Dichiosine's the fiend I'm after. One of the so-called cardinal virtues, as folks are wont to call them. There were hopes that somehow the death of Vothri and the Wardens might have put an end to Dichiosine. What? How the heck do you say this? Just call him Die. End to die. But alas, no. Seems the rules that bind other sin eaters don't apply to the virtues. Former warriors of light, the esteemed heroes who saved the realm a century ago. Dear old Brandon was one of them, I'm told. Stop me if you've heard all this before. Anyway, like his comrades, Brandon died in the process, only to return relatively recently as a Sin Eater. The better to torment we few have survived their mercy. Needless to say, I aim to put an end to all that. You've heard the pitch, so what's your answer? You interested in hunting die with me? Well, I need to complete the quest, so sure. Not a whit of hesitation. I like you, sinner. Nevertheless, I'll need you to humor me and prove you're the dab hand I think you are, for my sake as well as yours. I've heard reports of stray eaters drifting close to the Crystarium. Come with me and put my mind at ease. Well, this is the tank quest. I guess we're gonna do the tank. We're gonna get the tank's crystal. Then again, we did the melee DPS was the archer. Let's head outside. Let's show him what we can do. There you are. Very good. The Sin Eaters were sighted west of the Ancestor Gate. A Censor Gate. So we'll need to head through there before we begin our search. Oh, and if you happen to have any objections to killing these eaters for sport, remember that many were once innocent people. You'll be doing them a favor, putting them out of their misery. Yes, we saw that with Tesleen. Thank you for reminding me. So where are we headed? Oh, okay, that's the gate. Hey, grandson. Let's take it down. Or, I guess I'm doing it myself? Come on, I'm pressing R. Forgiven ignorance. Why would you forgive ignorance? Well, I guess if it's on purpose, then no. If it's ignorance through unknowing, just not knowing something, then sure. But if you're not willing to learn and correct yourself, then why should that be forgiven? Good. Clean work. This is certainly not your first time. Let's do this once more, just to confirm it wasn't a fluke, though. Besides, the world could use less Sin Eaters. Follow me. It shouldn't be much further. I actually turned up my noise gate quite a bit because I noticed this mic is way more sensitive than my old mic. Plus my old mic was like right next to my face. Actually no, that would be the opposite reasoning. Oops, let's go. Okay, grandson, let's take out another. Well, I will anyway. You'll just watch. Okay, let's actually activate Surging Tempest first. Need to activate Inner Release a little earlier, so I can get it down on the cooldown sooner. So for my opener, I do upheaval and infuriate immediately, then I might pop some mitigation. Or then I do heavy swing, pop some mitigation, maim, and then before I do, either on heavy swing or maim, I start inner release. And then I pop Storm's Eye. If it's AoE, I just do these two, which automatically gives me Surging Tempest. This is probably not optimal at all. I haven't actually looked at Warrior's Opener at all. I haven't looked at Warrior's Opener. I'm just trying to get stuff on the cooldown. Also, I completely forgot to read that text. Anyway, I'm sure it wasn't important. Let's head back to the Crystarium. It seems we've proved ourselves to... What's his name again? I forgot his name already. I'm still experimenting with the mic, because right now I have it set to 68 on Windows sound, but I might want to lower that even more. And I have it decently far and away from my face. I'd say it's like 8 inches. I think it could actually be even farther, but I'm just leaving it right here for now. This pretty much doesn't block my monitor unless I slouch. It's blocking the bottom left of my monitor slightly, but it's really not that big of a deal. It just means I can't see what I'm typing in, and that's because I'm not sitting up straight. That's more because I'm not sitting up straight. Slouching a bit. But let's talk to Grandson, finish up this first part of the quest. Then we'll get going on the second part. So, just to make sure you're still keen on our arrangement, Brilliant, will you join me and hunt down the dreaded fiend Dai, and put an end to his accursed existence? Stoic nod. Excellent, then it is settled. Now, every hunt begins with an investigation, and ours is no exception. Dai can be rather difficult eater to pin down. But before we commence ours, we should do well to attend to our respective preparations. Let me know when you are ready to proceed. Well, I'm ready. Let's go. Shaped by tragedy, Granston is eager to take to the road. All set to embark on our great hunt, Brilliant? Then let us be about it. Before you ask, I have no intention of leading us out into the wilds without even an inkling of Dai's whereabouts. Novront may be a particularly large realm even before the flood, but it did take us a dozen lifetimes to scour every nick and cranny. May not be a particularly large realm, okay. So we'll start by asking around a place I know for a fact Dai has attacked before, the village of Wright on Calusia. While I don't have reason to believe he will return, I'd like to think that survivors might know something of value. After all, you can be sure that they haven't forgotten the day that bastard came through. So let us be off then. Off to Calusia then. Just remember that we also need to do there's 2 Beast Tribe quests to still unlock, and I don't really think I'm gonna wait for the patch for that. Once we're done, if I do finish this quest line before the end of the stream, which I doubt will happen, then I'll go to my list of things to do and choose something from that. Anyway, let's head over to Calusia and talk to the city of Wright. City? Town? Yeah, over there. Save some time. I haven't actually been to Yulmore yet after finishing Shadowbringers. I wonder if Kai Shear is already available for his custom deliveries. I could do that next week for my custom deliveries, or one of the custom delivery NPCs I do. Anyway, hello Grandson. Welcome to Wright. I reckon it might not seem like much to you, but to me... Never mind. We'll save that conversation for after. Tracking down Dai is what matters right now. Let's split up and ask after that bastard. Better odds of turning up with useful information that way, I'd wager. As usual, talking with the town. This is an RPG game after all. There we go. Still skittish? Ah, what do you want with me? The Sin Eater? The one that came and killed everyone? Oh gods, is he here? Then why are you talking about him? Oh, I knew I should have stayed inside. There's nothing but death out here now. Death and horror and Sin Eaters and Well, he's not very helpful. So is this the Sin Eater that attacked this village a while ago and killed the mayor? Because I recall that was a quest line for, what's it called? It was for one of the Aether Currents at the very beginning. I don't know if I streamed that. I don't know if I was streaming. Oh no, I definitely streamed it because I streamed Alpha Node's portion, didn't I? I streamed Alizé's. I don't think I streamed Alpha Node's, so I might not have streamed that. Huh? Where did you come from? And what do you want with me? Die? The thrice-damned eater that's the spitting image of that Galgen knight? That die? I can't help you. All I know is that when he came here, he... Wicked White. If you had seen the carnage, you would... I'm sorry. I can't talk about this. Again, not very helpful. Well, Grendel, we didn't really find... Or Granson, that's his name. Well, Granson, I didn't really get much. Everybody seemed a bit too scared. Well, learn anything worth sharing? I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. What we saw that day, what he did to us. There's no moving on from that. What's your connection to this village? Well, I was planning to tell you the whole story eventually, but I suppose now is as good a time as any. I was born and raised in Wright. Lacking any real prospects, I eked out a living as a hunter. Might have tried my hand at something more exciting had I not always been trying to prove for the love of my life, Melinda. It was about a year ago that she accepted a commission from this Gilmoran trader. Bloke dealt mostly in antiques, and he had this bracelet in need of restoration. Bloody old with a questionable provenance, but supposedly it once belonged to royalty or some such. The Fangs of Orthus, he called it. Me and her had been talking about tying the proverbial knot, buying land, building a home, and that sort of thing. Around here, that might not take much, but it was still a lot more than we had. So when the trader made his offer, she didn't hesitate to say yes. I'd gone down to the shipyards to pick up extra tools and materials she needed for the work. Quality stuff. But it'd pay itself 10 times over to when I got back to Wright. Dai had been busy. I spied at least a dozen newborn eaters fluttering about, trying to make sense of their new lot. The grandmother who lived next door and shared the fruits of her orchard with us. The gruff woodsman who'd brought firewood to our doorstep in the dead of winter. Both of them reduced to mindless fiends. Just like that. There wasn't time to mourn or think. I started looking for Melinda. And then there she was, alive and well. Our eyes met, and we knew it was going to be alright. We ran for each other, and... Even now, a year later, it doesn't feel real. One moment she was there, right there, in front of me, and the next, she was. Dai knelt and took the fang of Orthus, then left, leading a host of Sin Eaters out of right. But Melinda, I still couldn't see her as anything else. She wouldn't budge. She just hovered there and stared, waiting for me to end it. Well, I could never say no to her. Not once in the years we'd been together. For all the times she'd welcome me home with a bowl of hot stew, all the times she laughed at my crude jokes and gave me counsel when I was losing my way. For all that and more, I killed her. I swore then and there I'd have my vengeance. Dai would die by my hand. I carved the scars in my flesh to mirror the ones he'd left on my soul. An enduring reminder of the vow that I never dare stray from the path. Cool story. Now how about that hint that you just gave me about the bracelet or necklace, whatever it was? There, all done. No need to wallow in it. Wouldn't want my tragic yet trite tale to put you off our hunt. Still with me to the end, sinner? Still with me to the end, sinner? That's the spirit. Still, I've some unfinished business here, so if you could give me a moment before we resume, I would be most grateful. Shadowbringers bringing in all the sadness. Hey Granson, you done? Defined by loss. Granson would like nothing more than to leave right behind. Sorry to have kept you waiting, sinner. I'm sure you're eager to get back to it as I am. Trouble is, in your absence, I failed to turn up any information as to the whereabouts of Dai. There's one line of inquiry I've yet to pursue, though. The fangs of Orthus. The bracelet my beloved was supposed to restore, and that this eater took with him when he left right. Sin Eaters are mindless fiends, driven only by base instinct. Everyone knows that. They've no need for worldly possessions. Yet Dai took the bracelet anyway, which can only mean that there's something unique about this particular antique, or the sinless bastard somehow different from the rest of his ilk. Either way, I think we need to learn more about the Fangs of Orthus, and I know just the man to ask. The Yulmoran trader who commissioned Melinda's services. Much as I'd like to question him myself, though, I don't think that's an option. Even though Dai's attack a year ago is common knowledge, I doubt the trader will believe that an eater stole his precious trinket. He's more likely to accuse me of theft and have me clapped in irons. So I'm afraid you'll have to go in my stead, Brillian. Melinda said he was a regular at the Beehive. Of course he was. So try looking for him there. Oh boy, you don't have to tell me twice. On my way over. Well, I did want to go check out Yulmore. Let's head on over there. I'm gonna want to tweak my audio a bit more. I'm thinking, yeah, I've tweaked the compression a good bit. But I think... yeah, I'll just need to do some more testing off stream. The main thing that's a little annoying for me is that I can't really monitor the output, I think. Because I can't really monitor the microphone's output after OBS has I think that's the... Okay, so there's 2 quests here. I'll need to look up exactly what they are. Yeah, the canopy is where I need to go. Actually, I'll just teleport. Yeah, I'll figure that out later. If I need to figure out some more stuff to do today, which I might, I'm still not sure how much more time this will take. Because I believe there's at least 3 more quests after this one. Wait, Airship Steward? Well, I don't know if this will actually take me to the Crystarium or not. Okay, I don't think that's actually usable. Because, like, the Kugane airship is completely useless, as far as I know. Now then, let's head into the beehive. You don't have to tell me twice. Industrious trader. And to what do I owe the pleasure that is your company? The Fangs of Orthus, you say? How very interesting. I should be glad to tell you everything that I know, under the assumption that you should recover it. That should you recover it, you will see it returned to its rightful owner at once. I purchased the bracelet from a traveling peddler who claimed it to be a relic of Vorbert, the glorious kingdom that fell with the flood like so many others. How can I get that little hat that she has? Anyway, he spoke true, from what I could tell, and I intended to sell him. From what I could tell, and I intended to sell it to a collector here for a tidy profit, after having it properly restored by an artisan in right. Alas, she was one of the several casualties of the Sin-Eater attack during which the Fangs of Orthus mysteriously vanished. I have, of course, been keeping in touch with several contacts on the off chance that the thief might attempt to sell it. They have not, regrettably, but a piece of similar design did recently surface in Mordsuk, I am told. I was planning to dispatch an agent to investigate, but you seem more than capable of fulfilling that role. As for incentive, you may be assured that any information that aids me in the acquisition of the Fangs of Orthus or similar relics will be well rewarded. Okay. Well, I can see what hat she has later, assuming I completely remember. Probably not. Anyway, it looks like we need to... Oh, okay, I thought we were going to need to go to Mordsuk right away, but yeah, we need to talk to... We need to talk to Granson first to tell him what we found. Oh, I haven't gotten that one? Yeah, whatever. Whenever I pick up this blue quest, I'll go and get it. Okay, let's head back to Branson. This quest has gotten quite depressing so far. But I mean, that's kind of par for the course for Shadowbringers. Yeah, save a little time. It's actually, we're getting close to break time. So we'll talk to Branson first. And then we'll probably end up going back to the Crystarium. So, what did our industrious patron have to say? So he thinks it was stolen, eh? Just as well. We'd probably not know where to head next if it wasn't for his distrusting nature. If this piece of similar design is related to the Fangs of Orthus, then it might attract Dai's attention, assuming it hasn't already. Let's go. Yeah, I need to go to Almerang, so I'll head back to the Crystarium first, and then I think we'll just go ahead and do a break first. We'll just go ahead and do a break once I get back there. I need to do a little bit more research on what stuff we're gonna be doing, because I need to plan out tomorrow's stream as well. I also want to do more testing with this microphone. 'Cause I still haven't done much testing because I got the microphone on like Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, and then I like procrastinated setting it up until this morning. Oh, okay. There's I forgot that there was a crystal in solitude. There's also the dwarf beast tribe quest up here, and then the one that's in Raktika Greatwood. I think those are all three of the beast tribes, unless there's one. Unless the Tempest has one. Aren't there usually? Are there usually 3 or 4? 3. Okay. Yes, those are all 3 of the beast tribe quests. I guess if I'm going to Amarang, it would be on the this side. So I should take the Crystarium. Yeah, Amarang. No, actually, it doesn't matter. I'll teleport over to Mortsuk, and then we'll take a quick break. Alright. Oops, wrong way. Yeah, just lean on thin air. Alright then. Let's take a quick break. Get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, refill your drink, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's continue on. Alright, Granson. See if we can find the look-alike. Or whatever it is. Oops, let's actually read this. No such thing as a thing without value. That's the creed of these folk. We'll find no shortage of Verberti's trinkets here. Finding the right one, on the other hand, is the challenge. I say divide and conquer, as before. As before, when we couldn't dig up anything. Then again, these people practically worship me, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Well met, well met. How may I be of service to you? Oh, a choker that once belonged to Verberti's royalty, you say? If only I had such a remarkable treasure in my possession, but no, I do not. In all my years... Wait, that's the old lady voice. In all my years, I have never heard, even heard of someone hurting such a thing. Well, that's not very helpful. We ever gonna find some decent information? Or are we just gonna be like, nope, never heard of it. Nope, nope. Can't help you. Now, where's the other person? Around the corner, maybe? Nope. Oh, there he is. Yes. Do you have business with me, traveler? Ah, the Verbertis choker? Is that what all this fuss is about? Then you're in luck, for my husband has yet to sell it. Once we realized how valuable it was, though, he insisted on carrying it with him at all times. If you're not willing to wait for him to return, you could try to find him at the ruins where he's scavenging for relics. They're not far. Okay, Granson, I got a lead. Let's head on over there. What news, friend? Ha! To think it was that easy. You've the luck of the Fae. But we need to hurry. If my theory is correct, then so long as that scavenger has the choker, he's the target for Dai. Yeah, we better hurry. Oh, wow. The waves aren't colored anymore. They used to be all glowy and, bright. Now they're just, oh, right, I need to get this. I'll get this while I'm here. So that I can, get the achievement to explore, Almarang. Wrong button. I actually did turn down the game sound a little bit because I believe my mic is a little bit quieter. Not too much, just a little bit quieter. So hopefully the game isn't too loud when I'm actually in combat. Anyway, let's see if we can find that guy. Mercy! Mercy! Ah, hello, Dai. Take whatever you want. Please, don't kill me. I have a family. Please, I beg you. Ah! Well, so much for that. Well then. Yeah, I figured we'd just have to kill them. And good. Nice and easy. Hey Granson, thanks for your help. As usual. Okay, he killed the Sin Eater too. He actually did something. That's better than the other guy. The rich brat. Shame you missed the fun. This one bit off a bit more than he could chew. Probably because it was a newborn. You can tell by the lingering vestiges of intelligence and self. You can see it in their eyes. Like when Don't tell me. You saw him. Wicked white. And he took the choker too? Damn it all. He can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it. It's just like right. It was too late to save him, just like I was too late to save her. But not again. Never again. I'll hunt you down to the ends of the world. Die. Vengeance will be mine. Ahem. Right. Yes. Neither the time nor the place. More eaters could be about. Alright, let me get this first. And then we'll head over to Mordsuk. To be honest, today I'm pretty tired, and I think it is probably coming through in my voice, unfortunately. But I'll keep going for a little bit longer. There we go. Teleport to Mordsuk, and then we'll talk to Granson. We'll go ahead and get the next quest done too. And then I want to look up. How many more of these we have. We should be getting a good bit through this. This is going quite a bit faster than the Dragoon, the physical DPS one. We may have failed to stop him this time, but what matters is that we'll both live to see another day. Pity the scavenger didn't, and the wife doesn't yet know she's become a widow. Sod it. I'll tell her what happened. I've been there, so maybe it'll help me to find the right words. Not that there are any. Anyway, afterwards, I'll have a good think about our next step. Don't let me keep you from your other affairs, Berillion. We'll speak again soon. Okay, that was defined by loss. So let's take a look and let me take a look and see what other how many more there are. There we go, the role quests. So that was defined by loss. We still got 3 more. Let's go ahead and start this one then. The Princess and Her Knight. Granson has had his fill of Mordsuk. Hey there, sinner. I broke the bad news to the widow of that scavenger while you were away. She took it about as well as you'd expect. After she'd cried herself hoarse, I started asking her about the choker and whether her husband had got it. And where her husband had got it. Seems he and his mates took a trip to Ilmeg a year or so back. Hoping to cart off all the forbirth treasures they could carry from an untouched ruin they'd learned about. Of course, in their greed, they'd neglected to account for the Fey folk. who killed or drove mad most of them. Those who survived didn't come away empty-handed, though. In fact, they'd stumbled upon a remarkable find: 3 sacred treasures of the royal family. They escaped with 2, the Fangs of Orthus being one of them, which was sold by another scavenger to a Yomoran. Either that merchant you met at the Beehive or an agent of his, I'd wager. So the merchant gives it over to Melinda for restoration, after which Dai attacks Right, presumably because he's after it as well. Meanwhile, the scavenger here in Wartsuk keeps the choker, the Eyes of Orthus, locked away for safekeeping, and when he finally decides to sell it, the sinless bastard shows up again. Which brings us to here and now. Damned if I know why, but at this point there is no denying that Dai has been hunting the royal relics. And so, assuming he hasn't claimed the third one, the Claws of Orthus, then I say we should get our hands on it first, and then use it to lure him out of hiding. But to that end, we'll have to venture into the fairy kingdom ourselves. Those scavengers didn't receive the warmest welcome, and we're not like to be treated any better. Well, actually. Have you now? And the little devils let you go? I can only assume they've taken a liking to you. That settles it, then. We'll head to Ilmeg and ask about the Robertus ring. Probably saying that completely wrong, but whatever. Let's head back to the Crystarium and head on over to Ilmeg. I feel like there was some programming thing I did this week, but I can't really remember what it was. I did start a while ago. There's a guide. Is that the best way to say it? Is that the best way to describe it? There's a guide online called Ray Tracer in a Week, or Write a Ray Tracer in a Week. And a bit ago, I think a couple of weeks ago, I had started going through that because I saw a video of a person who was going through, because they give you C++ examples, and he was going through it with, he was going through it and rewriting all the code in Rust. And I kind of wanted to do the same thing. I didn't finish that video, so I probably have taken a completely different approach than he has. But it's interesting to see, that gives you a good comparison of some of the design, some of the differences between the language, the designs of how the languages work. That's what I'm trying to say. Or how they structure stuff. Like in C++, you can create an abstract class, and that will just have the member variables for that class. But then in Rust, that type of construct doesn't exist. Instead, you have to create, the way that they do inheritance is through traits. You create a trait that has some functions, that has either default definitions or function, that's the right word, function headers. That's the wrong, that sounds like the C++ version of it. It just a function type. And then those can either use, then structs that implement the trait will either use the default implementation or can override the implementation for itself. The problem is that you can't have the shared members variables. Like in this case, the guide was using first we created a sphere to be placed inside the world, and then he wanted to implement a hittable object, or a hittable abstract class that all of the shapes would inherit from. Oops, past him. And so we just created an abstract class, and then created a default implementation for the hit function, which it will test if the array has hit the object. And then but he didn't define. Actually, yeah, he didn't define the shared member variables because he implemented it on a sphere, which has a radius and a center. Anyway, let's talk to Grandson. What a remarkably uneventful trip. I kept jumping at my shadows, waiting for eaters or foul demons, or worse, to attack. Though that might be preferable to the Fae, frankly. Still, we're going to have to deal with them eventually, if we're going to find this ring. After all, the Numo were part of the Verbertia society, and without their help, I'm not sure where to even begin our search. Perhaps there's a village of some sort to guide us to. Well, yeah. Really want to rotate my camera for reasons. Plot any, eh? Very well. Lead on, sinner. Just gonna pull an Asmongold there. Okay, let's teleport over there. I don't really feel like flying. To be honest, I think I might end the stream early. Like, I need to stop at like 5:30 anyway, but I'm just like really tired today. Like more than usual. But let's continue on for right now. Something about your demeanor bespeaks a question unasked. Have I the right of it? A ring that belonged to the royal family of Vobert, and it was called the Claws of Orthus? But Vobert is long gone, as are the caretakers of the ring you seek. You can say where it might have got to. Again, not very helpful. Where's the other one? There it is. Oh, hello there. Have you questions for me? The Claws of Orthus. It is a ring, you say? The name I have heard before, but I know nothing to save it. Oh, Sol observed the royal family before the flood. Somewhat temperamental they are, but surely they will have knowledge of this treasure you seek. Now that's a bit more helpful. Hey, Grandson, I got a lead. Had yourself a conversation or three? Learn anything interesting? So, this Sol is the one we ought to speak with, eh? A former servant of the royal family, which would mean they've lived well over a century. Bugger me. Oh, Grandson already on the case. I don't know you, yet you seem to know me. Oh, migraine time. The fifth was destroyed yesterday. A young girl not yet of age, transformed into a misshapen beast like the others before her. As if we needed more proof of a pattern. At this rate, any citizen could be next. Tell me you at least learned something from this one. I studied her remains myself. 'Twas a plan of powerful magic had been employed. Vestiges of the enchantment lingered long after. The culprit, I think, is not a man to be trifled with. That is all I can say for now, but you may rest assured that I will ascertain their identity ere long. On my honor as court mage, I swear it. Until I do, however, I would implore you and your fellow knights to dispatch any who turn on or show signs without hesitation. But these are our kith and kin. Should we not try to keep them alive until a way to reverse their transformation can be found? Your mercy would place countless others at risk. As a knight of Vobert, did you not vow to serve all your people? Justice for the weakest among us, was it not? How many such innocents will die before you do what must needs be done? It pains me deeply, Brandon, but the safety of the royal family is paramount. I fear that to take anything less than the most drastic measures would be to invite death into the castle. Death is already here. Surely you must see that. I will not let it be whispered that Princess Saladion turned a blind eye to her people's suffering. These crimes are a tragedy that weighs upon every Verbertist soul, mine most of all, and that is why I take charge of the investigation myself. My lady, be reasonable. You cannot put yourself in harm's way. You have a responsibility to your subjects. So I am to gamble their lives instead. Let them shield me while I alone take shelter and look down on them from on high. Yes, exactly. You are their princess. You are Brandon, yes? The new recruit? Rather promising one, from what the captains told me. You will attend me personally. My lady! You heard me. I will not stand by idly by when I have the power to make a difference. Oh, she's gonna die. Together we will see justice done for all, as your vow and your princess demands. Lady Sladia, I understand. Forgive my hesitation. My life and my sword are yours to command. I have great expectations for you. I trust you will not disappoint me. Right. There is no telling when our culprit will strike again, so we must begin our investigation at once. There are witnesses to be questioned, clues to be gathered. Come, come. Now? Lady Soldia, Lady Soldia. Ever the stubborn child. I wish the best of luck, Brandon. You will need it, and more. Oh, end of migraine. Hey, are you alright? The way you were holding your head, as if racked by terrible pain. What happened to you just now? No, just my usual migraines. Lady Solida? Soldia? You saw her with your mind's eye? Then it is as I suspected. You have the gift too. You are like Brandon. What do you mean she's like Brandon? Why have you come to me? What is it you seek? I seek Dewey. I see. And for this hunt of yours, you have come to Ilmeg in search of the claws of Orthus. I'm afraid this is no simple matter. First, I would know that you are capable of facing this eater you seek. Another trial. There's a spot in a river not far from here in which I used to bathe, until a number of beasts grew equally fond of it. If you are the warrior you claim to be, they should pose no challenge whatsoever. As for you, I have questions. Well, let's go kill the beasts. This place looks so much better when it's not covered in light. Up here. Kill everything. Oops, wrong button. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Shouldn't have used that infuriate. I made my inner release drop off. There we go, all the beasts cleared. Let's head on back and let him know. And try and see what kinds of questions Brendan's been dealing with. It's the second B rank I've seen, not B rank. Second A rank I've seen today. Or I think that's an A rank. Wonder if there's gonna be a hunt train coming through soon. The beasts are no more then? Good, good. I hadn't the heart to do it myself, for they were no ordinary beasts, but old friends who had survived the flood. Victims of the curse you heard us speak of in your vision. So this curse transformed people into monsters, like how sin eaters spawn more of their own kind. I will speak no more of this or other matters until you have completed the task I set before you. This is not negotiable, Granson. Brilliant accepted my terms, and so must you. So secretive, the both of you. Can't we all just speak plain? Your comrade refuses to acknowledge his situation. This may take time, but I am patient indeed. I have dealt with many stubborn child in my life. Nice. Let's go ahead and do the next one too. So that was the princess and her knight. Next is the hardened knight. Hardened knight. Sul-Ul seems rather more pleased to entertain you than Granson. Exemplary timing, Brillian. 'Twas not more than a moment ago that Granson returned, having at last obliged my humble request. Humble request, my arse. This one's no better than a Yomoran aristocrat, so accustomed to making others do their bidding, I tell you. There's something off-putting about taking orders from a dog. Ere you continue and give me cause to reconsider aiding your hunt, perhaps you should ask your questions. Fine. Brilliant, she saw a vision of you and Brandon looking thick as thieves. You were friends, eh? Know what he's up to now? Brandon is dead. He died a century ago, together with his comrades in an attempt to halt the flood that they themselves set in motion. I presume you speak of the eater that took possession of his corpse. Aye. But unlike most eaters, he's been doing more than roam about aimlessly. For some reason, he's been hunting down royal treasures of old Robert. He's been killing anyone who got in his way. Is he now? What irony. Even in death, he remains a slave to duty, a knight brave and true. He's a murderer, and I'll not hear it said otherwise. He ruined my life, killed my beloved right before my very eyes. Every night, I go to bed dreaming the day I'll take my revenge. Oh, I see. Truly, you have suffered a terrible loss. But while your thirst for vengeance is quite natural and understandable, it is ultimately misguided. Unusual behavior notwithstanding, Dai is nevertheless no more than an eater. To hate him is to hate the sea that claims the ship, the disease that steals the child, the tremor that topples the home. Mindless force of nature that begets destruction driven by fragmented memory. Don't you dare make excuses for him. You think I wanted any of this? I grew up on a farm. I could barely wield a sword, and now I've got to kill one of the bloody cardinal virtues. Hate and anger and vengeance are all I've got now. My every waking moment is dedicated to plotting his death. It has to be. It has to be. So just tell me where the goddamn ring is, and we'll be on our way. This is how it has to be, Will you have to be? Nay, I think not. You ask too much, demand far too much, far too much. In exchange for what? This I cannot abide. Are you trying to barter with me, you little shite? Tell me what I want to know, or I'll beat it out of you. Yeah, that's not how they work, dude. Back off, Brilliant. I won't let anyone or anything stand between me and Melinda's murderer. Brandon was a dear friend. To know that an eater disgraces his flesh and his memories pains me more than I can well express. It would bring me great comfort if you were to grant him peace. I should like to share with you a story, if you would be so kind as to join me in Ligeia. This had better have a point. Let's see, Ligeia is all the way over here. Okay. We're gonna go say hi to Titania. She's gonna start talking about her favorite sapling. Is this solid? Nope. Over here. Okay, here's the fight that we need to do for this quest. It is beautiful, even now, a place of forgotten dreams. But before it was Ligeia, in the time of Robert, it was Greshlicht. The memory of mine in which you walked was of troubled time, when the people of our kingdom were preyed upon by an ambitious fool. Brandon, then a young knight, who had only just won his spurs, had cut the eye of Princess Suldia, who chose him as her personal guardian. However, he was far too inexperienced, and was unable to keep her safe when she ventured outside these walls on one of her investigations. For his failure, he was stripped of his knighthood, and shortly thereafter quit Robert. I thought I would never see him again. But then one day he returned, one of several wandering adventurers led by a man named Ardbert, who had accepted our invitation to look into mysterious transformations, which had continued unabated in Brandon's absence. So lore-wise, they changed the Lalafell to a dwarf? But I swear we saw the Lalafell in the Archer's, but I don't know. It would make more sense lore-wise. Lady Soldia was overjoyed, and for a time it was like nothing had changed. They spoke often and grew even closer. And then came the day when we learned the truth. When we learned that the architect of our kingdom's suffering was none other than the court mage, Tadric. Of course it was. Ask the person to investigate. Ask the person that's causing it to investigate. It's like the US government. Let us investigate ourselves. Oh, we did nothing wrong. It's him, Brandon. I'm sorry. So am I. Come. Let's have done with it. His hat. It was you, Tardik. Do not deny it. Tormenting our people, twisting and transforming them into monsters. And for what? Brandon. I mean, look at his mustache, dude. Like, that's just an evil guy mustache. Either that or he's Italian. Brandon. And after I took such pains to be rid of you. You may strip me of my titles, but not my oaths. I shall serve Lady Soldia until my dying breath. As you like. Once I have killed you and your friends, there will be no one left to stop me from claiming the throne. Hear me, my children. The hour of reckoning is at hand. Rejoice, for in noble sacrifice shall you find everlasting glory. Oh, am I gonna have to play as Brandon? Lord Tadric, it hurts. Soon you shall know no more pain. I was going to make it quick for old time's sake. Now I think I ought to take my time. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to play. Oh, Arbor doesn't have his axe. He's got this little tiny axe. Yeah, okay, I have to play as Brandon. Because this is an AoE. It's a DPS. Heal and interrupt. Okay. drag it. Oh well. That'd be a little too easy. And this is a long LB. There we go. That's interesting. For some reason, upheaval is on the same cooldown as fight or flight. Oh right, I'm a paladin. It actually takes me a second to cast. Switch to AoE. Probably bring them all over here. Summon some more. That's a bit loud. I mean, this whole thing is a bit loud, but hopefully it's not overpowering my voice too much, if at all. I think it might be just a little bit louder, or a little about the same, maybe a little bit less actually. Except for those loud moments. To be honest, even turning this is a bit loud in my ears. I probably should turn it down a little bit. I'm gonna double LB on us. Still got some more ads to kill. What? I know it just said we need to protect the meat, but it didn't have a stack marker or anything. It just dashed to him. Her. One that used to be the Lullafell, now it's dwarf for some reason. It's gonna be a lot of just sitting here again. Very good content. Very fun and interactive content. No point in doing anything. Alright, this is not gonna move while they're discharging attack. This is so boring. Because I do basically no damage, I just have to sit here and watch it like go down by 1 or 2% every time. Bring him to the center. They're gonna LB in the center again. I'm just playing with my mouse right now because I'm tired. It's not like this is actually hard, it's just I gotta make sure to actually do the mechanic right. I assume I just need to stand and let the thing hit me instead of it hitting the dwarf. Okay, it is. Okay. Come on, Heartburn. I know you're a warrior. You don't have as much DPS, but like I'm a paladin. Is that really gonna be much better? Cool, hopefully we're almost done. Oh no, he's going to enrage. We need to not do the DPS. So, you know, like this is some kind of savage content. Well, that was boring. Like, it's cool story-wise, but then the fights just take too long. And you just sit there clicking 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Oops, I didn't read it. Brandon, what is the meaning of this? Tadric, you... But why? After serving us so faithfully for all these years... Oh no, she's gonna just walk up to him. I am no servant. No servant. Not of your mother or father or you. Yeah. Stupid dwarf. Really? Like, did you not expect that? My lady. Bunch of idiots. God damn you. Like, we have ranged attacks in this world. We have literally guns. And she's just gonna walk and run up in range. And of course, healing doesn't exist in cutscenes. Lady Soldia, speak to me. Brandon, my dear, brave Brandon, am I your princess still? Would you honor your vows even now? Now and ever, my lady. My sword is yours to command. Yep. She's gonna turn and he's gonna kill her. That is well. Would that I had the strength to wield it myself. Steel your heart, brave Brandon, and for the good of Robert and her people. No, 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 I cannot, I will not. Shadows are glitching out a little bit. Honor your vow to your kingdom, to your princess. His giant hands. Yeah, shouldn't you kill her before she transforms? Am I gonna have to do another instance fight for this? I hope not. They're so slow. That shadow, the lighting's glitching out a bit. To your friend, who never doubted you, who knew I knew that you would return and seek justice. No, it should be me. Brandon, my sword, now and ever after. Like, this is all sad and stuff, but like, my brain still goes back to why the heck did she run in? I think I'm gonna probably end the stream pretty soon. Of course, now they're gonna be blamed for it. We've rounded up the rest of Tadric's co-conspirators and tossed them in the gaol. The ones who hadn't been corrupted by his magics, that is. Stoic nod. Yep, and there's his crystal. I'll not hesitate again, no matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. Big man cry. Well, you saw what happened? Wicked White. She begged him to do it like Melinda? Come, let us quit this place and return to Pliny. Okay, that'll end off this, quest, and then, let's see, and then we'll have one more left to do when we get back tomorrow. Hopefully I'm a bit more awake tomorrow, and I'm gonna try and do a little bit more testing with the mic before next stream, well, tomorrow. Hopefully I can tweak it a little bit better. I think it's not bad right now. I just need to make sure that the game and the mic are pretty level. I turned down the game a little bit, and then the mic isn't as loud as the mic isn't as loud as it was before. Do you know why I entered into the royal family's service many long years ago? Because when I was attacked by wild beast, which nearly tore me to shreds, it was Lady Soldia who came to my rescue. She saved me, and that is a debt that can never be repaid. For there is naught in this world which holds greater value than life itself. Never ever, not even her death, absolves me of it. And so I must always first consider her wishes, her desires, what she would want from me and her kingdom, for Brandon, and yes, even you, grandson. For me? To define oneself in opposition to the other, bereft of complexity of nuance, wholly devoid of redeeming qualities, a villain. Indeed, there is comfort and certainty in hatred. But it is a false and fleeting comfort, bought with lies. Bought with lies, we tell ourselves about who we are, what we must be, what we must do, and never you mind the cost, if anything. The more we offer up in sacrifice, the better. Do you not see? Brandon was right to hesitate, to doubt. The unwavering blade cares not whom it serves, nor who it cuts. I think I need a moment. Perhaps you do as well. Leave us for now, Brilliant. This is much better than the physical DPS quest. That was the physical DPS quest was fine, but like having to listen to the rich kid was kind of annoying. Anyway, I'm tired, so as I've said several times so far, so I'm actually going to be ending this stream here. Which, I mean, this is about when I would have ended anyway. But I think I was definitely a bit more tired and less energetic than usual. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be more awake. I'll make sure to get in on time. And I'll also do some more testing with the mic. Make sure I got the levels good and listen back to the stream, see how loud it actually is. Anyway, that's all for today. Next time we're going to finish up the last tank role quest, and I think we'll just go ahead and do the healer role quest. I should have enough time to do both. To finish up this one and then do all of the healer quest. Anyway, that's all for today. Hope you had a good time, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.